Lazar, Hart live. Ask Susan Sunday live, the place to be every Sunday for all your questions. And this Sunday we have a special one popping, and it's about what's holding you back. And are you settling for what's holding you back? So I'm just going to wait a few seconds for the algorithms to pop in with Facebook, letting you know we're live, letting you know we're here. Hey, Kathy, welcome. Hey, Veronique, welcome. Everybody's popping on. Hey, Rosanna, welcome. For any of you coming on, tell us where you're from. We've got a huge global community. Hey, Sandy. And pop a friend on. You know, if you have a friend in the Ask Susan community, tell them, get on in here. Tag them. Hey, Dee, good morning. Kathy says, yes, we apparently have been settling for what I paid for online. Sorry, that was a good one. I'm just going to read this again. Sorry, thanks. Hey, Rosanna. Okay, hold on. Kathy says, yay. Yes, apparently I've been settling for what I paid online to accept. That's great, Kathy. Let's bring that up again as we roll on, because that's a really good one. You know, how many people are settling for buying for something and expecting that program to do it for you? Not that that's what you're talking about, Kathy, but it just popped, right? That how many people say, oh, the program's holding me back. We're going to really get into it. Hey, Jennifer, welcome. So for people popping on, tell us where you're from. Thanks, Rosanna. Good morning from West Michigan. Whew. Bet you're just as cold as we are. I'm playing with you from Vermont today. How did we get so lucky? It's a gorgeous spring, nudge, wink, winter day. It's still gorgeous. The sun is sparkling on top of the snow. And thank you, planet Earth, for this bounty. And that's part of what we're going to be talking about today is gratitude. The attitude of gratitude versus holding yourself back, versus settling for something, right? Yeah. Hey, Kraus, Celia from Hungary. Welcome, Hungary. Yay. So what we're going to be playing with today is, let me just ask you a question right now. You know, how many of you can say, this is what's holding me back? You know, put a like or put a comment in, and I want to hear what is it you've decided, hey, Jennifer, welcome, is holding you back? Because I'll tell you a little story. One of the, hey, Bettina, why do we get so emotional these days? I have assistants with strong emotions. Like anger, conclusions, reactions, are they reflecting mine? When I stay calm, it gets a little better. What else is possible? Well, Bettina, the question might be, is what are you buying that's not true, that's not real? For instance, other people's emotions, are they true or real for you? Really? Hey, Becky, what are you buying is true and real that you're using to hold you back from being the space of you, right? I'm reading this wonderful book about caring and love and graciousness from a Buddhist monk. And it's really reopening my eyes to what I always knew was true and real. Hey, Sybil, welcome. Which is, if you're willing to acknowledge where people are coming from, nothing actually stops you, right? It's just an interesting point of view. If you can extend the love that you have for you, we talked about that last week as well, if the love you have for you, extend that out. Are you looking through different eyes, right? So we're jumping right in off the deep end here. Thank you. Your questions are popping. So let me know if that rings for you. And again, what is it that you're buying that's stopping you? Because here's a little truth. There's nothing that actually stops you but you. I was about to tell you a little story and I just went to the conclusion, right? There's nothing that stops you but you. Hey, Dee, what is holding me back? Things, possibilities, doesn't appear to be shaking and moving, right? Well, you are the shaker of your own reality, right? So there's, go out beyond what you've decided is holding you back. What is it that you're asking to create, right? Just take a moment now. What is it you're asking to create? It doesn't have to be, I want to change the world. Yeah, awesome. Okay, chunk it down. What is it that you're asking to create with that actually will create the change and shift you're asking in the world to be with you? Magdalena, I can't change it. I cannot have is holding me back. Yes, I did buy this too. I love that, Magdalena. Thank you. Hey, Christine, welcome. Oh, everybody's popping in. Yeah, instead of saying I can't, what if you say, well, what can I? You get the difference in the energies? I can't is a reaction that you might have bought a long time ago, right? What if the very first thing you ever did or created as a little child, somebody was said, oh, that's not good enough, or that's not right. Do it my way. And you're like, I can't, because the fact is you can, but your awareness was of something greater than that. So how many times have you used I can't as a reason and justification to hold you back? Just play with it for a minute. Muscan says, interesting topic. Thank you, Muscan. Just play with it for a minute. Go to all the places in which you say I can't. And then ask, well, what can I? How can I? Right? Is there somebody else who's required to assist you? I know in editing my book, I've been researching and interviewing people. And all of a sudden there was a big block in my universe. And I was like, wow, what am I buying into that I can't? Am I willing to create with? Wow, so how can I create with this editor? What would that look like? Right? Yeah. D, what can I? Has magic in it, sweet. Yeah. Again, everywhere you're blocking you. And I just was playing with a friend of mine earlier today. Write down what it is that you've decided is blocking you. Just write it all down, right? And then look at it with gratitude. So if I say, what's blocking me is I don't have the money. Well, there's no question there. There's no inviting the universe in to contribute, right? Lola says, how can I? Yay, right? So start asking it from, instead of I can't create the money, what viable streams of income are there for me that I haven't been willing to be or see? Are you truly willing to receive money? What does that look like for you, right? And are you using money, your body, relationships, the weather, the world, this reality, as a reason to stop you from the big ask we've been talking about? And if you're just new to Ask Susan, go back a few weeks, go to Ask Susan TV and watch the one about the big ask. What are you hungry for, right? Because if you want to tap into the energy of what you're hungry for, is there an I can't in there? No. Christine, what can I do, create out of the box? So what if there wasn't even a box? I love that. Thanks, Christine. Truth. Take a breath right now, all of you. Expand way out and go to that space of, oh, yeah, this is what I'm asking to create. Does it matter if there's a box? Does it matter if you bought into something when you were little or at this stage? No, don't go back, right? So for me, there's no box. There's only a box if I decide, oh, I'm trying to fit into the box that I can't, or I'm trying to break out of the box that I can't. Now I'm doing the monkey mind, the blah, blah, blah up here. Is that creating anything that vibrates to what I'm asking to create? No. Yeah. You see how that works? That's where you settle for what you can't do and how you're stopping you. You're settling for that there's a box. Well, there's lots of boxes. There's lots of, what is the word I'm looking for? There's lots of ways of operating in this reality, right? But the question might be, is truly, what is it that I'm asking to create, right? And how can I chunk it down so there's nothing stopping me? And how do you get beyond what you've decided is stopping you? You start asking questions. Yeah. What can I be, do, have, create, and generate? What's beyond this? What's beyond this information, right? Sandy, yay, I'm feeling like I'm in a monkey mind. Yeah, for sure, I get it. I totally get it. I was too the other day, and a good friend of mine, I found out that he's got cancer, and they're taking out his lymph nodes, and he's got to do chemo till April. And it just totally opened up my whole world, because it had me aware of everywhere that I'm stopping myself for. Oh, that's Shiloh's come to play. Thank you, Shiloh. Everywhere that I've stopped myself with, whatever that is, I can't even, verbalize it. You can feel that chunk that falls down. I was like, wow, no way. I'm not buying that anymore. It's like, what is it that I'm asking to create here? I have whatever amount of time I have here on this planet, in this lifetime, I'm going for it. Yeah. Ooh, I got some hearts and thumbs up. Thank you for that. Yep. Let's see. Welcome, Alina. Lola gives me lots of hearts. Hi, Marguerite from Idaho, North Idaho. Welcome, welcome. So this is not a dialogue or a monologue. It's a conversation, and you are jumping in. And let's jump in deeper. What is it that you've decided is stopping you? Because if you decide something's stopping you, like let's say you have a point of view about your body, and you're either too fat, too tall, too skinny, too small, whatever that is, too much, right? You might start by asking, am I settling for this point of view about me? And am I using that to hold me back from being successful, from being professional, from being sexy, from being in a relationship, right? So every point of view you've got that you settled for, as if it was real and true, is it actually assisting you in creating that big ask and creating what you're hungry for? Or are you settling for that as an excuse and a reason and justification to hold you back? Wow, yay. Thank you. Look at that. Everybody's popping in. Whoops, I'm just trying to not get in the way here. Christine, this week I had a conscience. Sorry. Hey, Marie-France, welcome. This week I had a conscience. My last name is Cadden in English, is chain. And certain aspects of my life I do not advance because I feel changed, but I think they are imaginary chains. Hello! Chain the fool. Yeah, really, if you're going to buy anything is true and real that can hold you back from being you, from that brilliant, sexy, bodacious, fabulous creator that you came here to be, you might ask, are you settling for chains to hold you back? Because truth, can anything really hold you back except you? We always talk about your point of view creates a reality. So go beyond that. What is it that you came here to be and do? What's your big hunger? And what is it you decided you can't do that actually is so easy for you? Yeah. Sybil, I stopped me with trying to keep possibilities. So I would not choose anything. Cool. You know what? I love that, Sybil. Thank you so much. So how many of us, I really love that. So how many of us, it's like, oh, yeah, now I get it. I'm going to hold on to what I get. Right? I'm going to hold on to what I grasp. I'm going to hold on to the money I've just made, the reputation I've just created, the success I've just had, the sex I've just had, right? Well, as soon as you hold on to something, it's no longer a possibility, it's a judgment. I'm going to repeat that. As soon as you hold on to something that's a possibility, it's no longer a possibility, it's a judgment. One more time. I think you all had a brain freeze there. As soon as you hold on to anything that's a possibility, you're creating it as a judgment. Here's past, present, and future, right? It's the willingness to be present with everything that you're aware of, with everything that you're creating, with all of the possibilities, right? As soon as you hold on to one, you've stopped the universe from offering you anything else. A possibility is just that. A possibility is something that is possible. It's not something that is probable, right? So when we stop choosing, we stop playing in possibilities. And it could be as simple as like, so I wonder what this could create for me. Write a friend, just say, hey, give me an idea. Yes or no, what energy are you creating with? What energy do you get that I'm creating with? Is this a yes or a no? And that's it. You don't go into story, you don't go into anything. It's like, so I wonder what's possible here. Right? Oh, I got thumbs up on that one. Hi, Marie-France. Christine, so what would it take to break those imaginary chains that stop me? Okay, Christine. I'm going to repeat this again, okay? The only thing that stops you is you. And this is for everybody. And that's why I said, where are you settling for holding yourself back? If you believe that anything can stop you, you're settling for that as a reason and justification to hold you back, right? If you believe that anything or anyone can stop you, you are holding on to that belief. So if you have a belief that the chains in your name are holding you back, that's what you will create. So it's about going beyond that belief into truly what else is possible. What would I like to create? Get a piece of paper, write down everything you're hungry to create. And which one, and be with it, sit with it for a minute or two or an hour or a day or whatever that is for you. And then ask which one of these is popping, which one of these is tugging. Go for that one, right? The more you actually put one foot in front of the other, the more you chunk it down to what's one step I can take, whether it's writing one sentence for your book, or whether it's, if you're writing a blog, writing one sentence, or if you're, going out, you want to go out and meet people, you got to leave the place and find a place to be where people are. What groups can you join? Where is it that you can actually take that one step? Because once you take that one step, you're never going back, right? And you get that sense of like, oh, fuck yeah. Wow, I can actually do this. And then you take another step. The only person that's holding you back is you settling for you being held back. Let me know if that makes sense. Thanks, Christina. Bettina, what question do you ask if strong judgments and energies are directed at you? Bettina, what people say about me is none of my business. What people say about me, it's none of my business. I'm in the business of creating my life and my living to the nth degree and beyond, right? I'm in the business of creating joy, of being the presence of me and enjoying that presence of me. So what people say about me, that's their business. That has nothing to do with the business of me and creating with my hungers and my asks, right? So you would actually have to buy their judgments as real and true to have them bother you. Repeat. Bettina asked, what questions do you ask if strong judgments and energies are directed at you? And my response is you'd actually have to buy those strong energies and judgments as real and true. Do they match the vibration of where you'd like to go in the future? Right? It could be, how many ways are you settling for distracting yourself that you're using these judgments and energies to stop you? Right? Because when you're in your flow, when you're like, take that one step and that next step and that next step and just, wow, I never thought I could do this. I'm amazing myself, right? I'm not settling, right? What's the best thing I could play with today? What's the greatest way that I could share what I'm sharing with me today? Because what people say about me is none of my business. Yeah. Let me know, Bettina, how that lands for you. Hey, Christine, welcome, welcome. Muscan, living fully, feeling this is alive is my big hunger. Go for it, girlfriend. Christine, thanks. I love you. I love you too. Thank you. So D, chunk it down. Feels late. Thank you. Thank you, D. Hey, Nina, welcome, welcome. Bettina, did you discover when you choose more, the adverse energies of people towards you get stronger, like judgments, emotions, and even unspoken? Bettina, your point of view creates your reality, okay? Each one of us, hey Nina, each one of us has a different point of view. We're like flowers in a garden. If it works for you to believe that what people say about you is your business, if it works for you to buy the energy of people that they're getting stronger and that judgments and emotions are working against you, that's an interesting point of view. If I'm aware of somebody throwing some energy at me, I just throw killing energy at them. Right? If somebody's trying to cause some shit in my universe, I put a bell jar around them. Like, bye-bye. Right? Are you willing to invest you in somebody else's points of view about you? No. You know what? Clear the entities. Move it along. If you're willing to actually be 100% involved in your life and what you're creating, all of that stuff has nothing to do with you. So how many of you are holding yourselves back, are settling for buying what people say about you as a way of holding you back from being you? Right? And does that work? We talk about our big hunger, our big ask. Does that actually match the vibration of what you're asking for? Maybe it is. It's a hell of a distraction. Right? What people say about me is none of my business. Interesting point of view. They have that point of view. So many ways to play. But you have to actually be willing to play and to love yourself enough not to buy anybody's crap about you as real and true. Hey, Matt. Yes. What is holding you back? I love this video. Thanks, Matt. These tools are so pertinent to today's reality. Thank you, Susan Lazar Hart. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Mwah. Love you. So, thank you all for joining me today. It's you can tell it's like one of those, it's right underneath people's skin. Everywhere you hear yourself saying, I can't ask, what can I create here? And what's one step that I can take today? Aranda, I love ya. Mwah. What's one step I can take today to get me closer? And it's just one step. That's all it takes, right? Christine, if they talk about me giving, me more money, that's right. It's like, are you willing to receive all of you? I don't mean all of you out in the world. Start with you. Are you willing to receive you? You know, what is it that you're asking to create? And start going for it. Stop settling for all the reasons and justifications where you are holding you back from being you, right? Would you be willing to surprise yourself by receiving your brilliance, right? And let me acknowledge you all for the seekers that you are, because you wouldn't be here on Ask Susan if you weren't asking for more, if you weren't asking for greater, if you weren't curious. So start to enjoy your own curiosity, and what step can I take today that would release me from settling on holding me back in every way. Aradna, what is receiving one means? Yes, I gotcha. Can you say more about it? Absolutely. Receiving you is your willingness to start acknowledging you, right? It's to start loving you, every bit and piece and parcel of you, right? It's the willingness to know that you have your own back. Right? It's the willingness not to judge. It's the willingness to follow your awareness. You get like a bing. Well, if you're willing to receive you, you're willing to follow that awareness and see where it goes. Doesn't mean you have to buy it as true or real, right? Receiving you means what people say about me is none of my business. When I'm receiving me, I do like a little happy dance. I mean, there's so many times I like fall off the edge and I'm just like, okay, what did I just buy into, right? This isn't working for me. Call a friend, right? See what shifts and changes for you. Receiving you is the willingness to actually acknowledge that you can change anything, that you have true choice. Oh, I got all the thumbs and hearts on that one. Yeah, that's what receiving you is, right? So that, you know, I've been in a relationship with Ricky we're married for over 40 years. We have 4 adult children, 2 little grand beings, lots of cousins and brothers, and everyone sees me totally different than each other. That has nothing to do with me, right? I'm willing to receive, like, I'm the kind of person that loves to have my family around me. I'm the kind of person that loves to cook sometimes and doesn't like to cook other times. I'm the kind of person that loves to be touched and held, and I'm the kind of person that is an uber creator. I'm the kind of person that drives people nuts because sometimes my thoughts don't follow each other. So what have I done? I've surrounded myself with people who actually vibrate to where I'm receiving me from. They don't have to show me. They don't have to say anything, but I can get that vibration, right? So I'm not going to surround myself with people that don't vibrate to my big ask, which is about loving me, loving the planet, being present, right? And so much more. And what can I create? I was with some people last night, and I was telling these young girls, they must have been in their 40s, about my book, Fearless, every day. And both of them said, oh, I want it. I got to have that book. It's like, oh, that was such great, that vibrated to where I know this book can go, right? And that's receiving me. That's not waiting for somebody to receive me first. So let me know, let's see if I got some hearts and thumbs up on that. Is that clicking with people? You know, the thing is, if you're willing to receive you first, nothing holds you back. Just your point of view. Aradna, what can I ask? Oh, good. Yay. Thank you. Thank you. Can I ask that vibration of people to be around me? Great idea. Yes. And you'll know when you're with somebody and it's just not that vibration. It doesn't. How do you know when it's not that vibration that creates? Because you start using a reason and justification about you. Oh, got hearts and thumbs up. You start using reasons and justifications to separate you from you, right? Everybody has their own point of view. Don't use their point of view to hold you back, right? Does this work for me? Is a really great question. Does being with this person work for me? Oh, I got a nice heart from Rosanna. Thank you. Oh, Radna says, yay. Thank you. Does being with this person actually bring out the best in me? Do I bring out the best in me, right? Have I bought that I have to depend on somebody else to bring out the best in me? No. I mean, there's times when, you know, it's working and it's grooving and everything else. And there are other times where it's like, I need my downtime. I need my alone time, right? Whatever that is for you, you're willing to, you know, you asked about receiving you. You're willing to receive you when you're willing to ask for what you actually desire that creates more for you. And it's not going to be the same all the time, right? Hey, Megan, welcome. Wow. Love those questions. Thank you so much. Anything else popping for people? Oh, by the way, a couple of things. if you want to dig deeper and you want to have like really get all of this cleared out that you didn't want to talk about in public or you've been holding on for a long time, go to Susan Lazar Hart private sessions and book in a consultation with me, or a session. I forget what it says. We're changing everything on the website, but just go there and do it, right? Because it's going to change everything for you. Don't hold on to what's holding you back from you. Yeah. Hey, Megan, thank you. Second thing is I put on this week some questions. I would love to know where you'd like to be going with us, Susan. So scroll down a little bit. You'll see I've asked some questions. I'm going to only have it up for a couple of more days. It's about what is the gift to you of being you, and what questions you have with Ask Susan. Where would you like to go? Where would you like us to go? So I'm really interested in creating greater, right? Let's not hold ourselves back. Let's dive in. Aradna, easily slip into self-judgment. What can I be or do to be present with it? Okay, Aradna, I love that question. It's very similar to the other questions that people have been asking about judgment. Judgment isn't real, okay? Oh, got lots of hearts on that. Hey, Sandy. Sandy says, yes, do it. Sign up for a private session. Thanks, Sandy. Judgment isn't real. It just isn't. You have to create a thought like, that person doesn't like me. And then you have the feeling, oh, I feel sad because that person doesn't like me, or I feel angry because that person or I feel jealous, or all of that, right? The big box of feelings. Now, you created the thought, you bought it as true and real, and you made it into a feeling. And now, what are you doing with it? You see how busy that keeps you? None of it's real. What people say about you is none of your business. If you decide it's your business, then you're actually in the business of distracting yourself. So instead of that, asking about judgment, you could ask, am I distracting myself here? Does the energy of this, whatever that is, whatever judgment you're buying, vibrate to my big hunger, my big ask? Vibrate to what I want to create in the world? Right? Why do people judge? I don't care. It's not my business. Arana, great question. Thank you. What are those questions, Melika? I'm not sure what you're asking about. If you just popped in, you're going to have to re-listen because we've been having a lot of questions popping in with people with their questions popping in. So, oh, I think you're asking about the question. Scroll down, Malika, and you'll see. Thank you, Arana. Mwah! Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful for you that you received that. Yeah, for those of you, scroll down and you'll see I've asked some questions. It says questions. My gift for you, questions. And love to hear what you have to say. As always, I'm so grateful. Ask Susan is yours. It's because you're here, because you're coming on every Sunday, and I'm so grateful for the acknowledgement and your curiosity and what you'd like to change in the world and what you want to change about you, because it's about choosing more than changing. Right? When you choose, it's like, think of a little kid and they're like, all of a sudden they're presented with some candy and it's like, ooh, wow, I'm going to choose this one, right? And their whole face lights up and then they start eating the candy and their body changes and there's just delight in their world. Well, would you be willing to treat you to that treat every day? What is one thing that you could present yourself that you can choose, right? It's not about changing anything. It's about choosing something different, something more that will actually delight you and your senses. It could be going for a walk, right? I mean, the sun is just calling me out, like, come on out, come on out. It could be what you're choosing to put in your body or to drink, or what you feel against your skin, who you feel against your skin, right? But you've got to choose it. You choose it, and change just is. Oh, Sandy, thank you. Thank you for choosing this chat. Bettina, what question do you ask to change the energy in your business, like in my business, when the assistants choose to be in a bad mood and complain about things? Bye-bye. Oh, would you guys like the day off? It sounds like this day isn't working for you. Does working with me work for you? Because this actually doesn't work for me, right? Is there something popping on in your universe? Is there something going on that we need to talk about? Because this actually doesn't work for me, right? I work with energy, and this energy doesn't work for me. Is there something going on that I can assist you with in your life? You don't always know what's going on in somebody else's life unless you ask them, right? So you might ask, each assistant what's going on. You might take them out for coffee or lunch or for a walk and just say, hey, I notice, things are a little funky for me. Is there something going on in your life that I can assist you with, that I could, help you with? Right? It's about lowering your barriers and being totally present with what is going on without any assumptions. And if you don't ask, you don't know, right? And are you willing to be aware? Yeah. And does it work for you in your business? Does this person with this point of view, with this mood, with this energy work for you in your business? If it doesn't, ask your business to come and assist you when you're talking to this person. Yeah. Sandy, what a gift you are, Susan Lazar. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you, Sandy. You're quite a gift yourself, honey. Thank you. Bettina, let me know if this pops for you. Again, for everybody, if you're using not asking questions, if you're using not willing to be present and saying, hey, what's coming up for you? Then you're settling for what's stopping you. Is this popping for people? Please have a re-listen to this, because it's really, there's one thread going through here. Anything that you've decided you can't do, you're right, you can't. And you've settled for can't instead of what can I? And you're using that as a reason, justification, oh, I got some thumbs up, for stopping you, right? What are you using to hold you back? You, because you're smart, right? Who can you compete with the best? You, because you're brilliant. So, thank you. So please re-listen to this, and anywhere you're butting up against a point of view that you have of you might ask, who does that belong to? Let it go, and ask, what can I play with today? What's one step I can take today that's moving me forward to where I want to be, do, have, say, create with, instigate, and instill. Aradna, wow, hugs to you, honey. Mwah. I love you all. Again, if you want to dive deep, go to private sessions on Susan Lazar Hart, and let's see what's coming up for you. Let's see what we can shift and change. I have people coming with what's going on for them from all over the world. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. Thank you. Live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader that you came here to be, one that doesn't stop themselves based on somebody else's point of view, right? One that doesn't settle for anybody else's point of view. It's your point of view about you that's going to change your world. And if you change your world and shift what isn't working for you into the possibilities, can you imagine how that's going to change the world? I wonder. Bye, Simi. Mwah. Again, please go in and fill in where I've said your free gift. And I want to know what's coming up for you and what changes you'd like with Ask Susan and how we can create that together. Let's see. Oh, Christine, thank you. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day, you too. Hi, Vesna. Hey, Kathy. Thank you. Good one. A real good listen. Thanks, Christine. Yay. I adore you all. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, and pop into Ask Susan. Write down what's coming up for you. I'm curious. I'm interested. And I go there every day to check and see what conversation you'd like to have. Hi, Vesna. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you, Susan Z says. Another wonderful, amazing reset, and thank you for your contribution. Have an amazing day. You too. Magic says, Becky, thank you. And if you're listening to this on replay, put hashtag replay. So I hate to leave you guys. I love you. Okay, bye-bye. Hi, Marguerite.